Hey guys, this is Pastor Mel, and I just need to tell you something real quick. Divorce is real. Furthermore, I decided to have one, and I recommend that you do the same. Yeah, that's right. Divorce yourself from every excuse and every self-imposed limitation that has literally already cost you decades, dreams, and destiny. And don't get me wrong, nothing's more beautiful than unity. That's only when we're unified with the purpose that our Father created us. And when we're walking within the musical harmony of divine connections with like-minded people. That's people who want what we want and who value what we value and who are more than willing to lock arms with one another to help each other get to where we can get to together through mutual support. Listen, there's something going down right now, y'all. I hope that you don't miss it. If it's in you, then you know who I'm talking to. My partners and I are like family, and this thing we got is thicker than blood because it's made in the spirit. And it's in the spirit that we decided to make some changes. How do you feel about these changes? Are you ready? Let us know if you need a spot at the table. We're about to participate in a halftime of a lifetime. It's winning season. Father's favor.
Well, good evening, everyone. I am Tanya Evans Barnes, and welcome to another exciting time where we are talking about permission being granted. What are you waiting for permission to do? Live your best life, get out of the rut of paying the same old bills over and over again. But before we get started, what I want you to do is click like and click share. Click like and click share, because I'm telling you, if you are in the room, in the Zoom or on Facebook Live or whatever social media platform you are viewing this on, you're in the right place at the right time. What I'm going to do now is bring forth, hey there, Queen Carol Casper, welcome. I'm going to bring forth my mentor, my coach, my brother from another mother, Pastor Mel Keys. Shout out to Chris Barnes. Hey, hubby. I'm looking at him when I seen him chime in. I said, look at that. Who is that? Is that my husband? Yes.
He representing, holding it
yes.
down. God bless you, darling. Thank you so much for all you do, but most of all, just being you. Love me some you. Thank you. What I'm going to do, I'm going to start with, for everybody tonight who's going to follow these simple instructions, I'm going to put something on the pipeline for you, and I just want you to follow these instructions. And Coach T, tell them what's going to happen when they go to this particular they use this method.
Oh, yes. This is our infamous Start Right. Text Start Right to 830-522-2110. And what's going to happen is you're going to get a link to a video, a survey, and a list of destinations to choose from. All you got to do is text Start Right to that number and watch the video. Take the survey. Make sure you book a confirmation follow-up call so we can get you set up for your vacation and pick a destination, because we not psychic. So we don't know where you want to go unless you tell us. So, hey, text Start Right to 830-522-2110. And also, once we get you on the phone to go over get you set up for that nice 4-day, 3-night getaway, you will also get some information so that you can be entered into a drawing for a $300 airline gift card that we're going to do a drawing at the end of April, I want to say. Mm-hmm. All right. So the end of April, you still got time, but you really don't. We are already in the 66th day of the year, and it's going by fast. Hey there, Ambassador Deborah Taylor. I want to be like her when I grow up, Coach Mel. How about you?
Me too.
Me too. So text Start Right to 830-522-2110. You'll get a link, watch the video, take the survey, book a confirmation call. It's really that easy, but you got to do it. It starts with you. Back to you, Coach.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share for them what they have access to simply by following the instructions that you just gave. They have absolutely nothing to lose, but they have some strong value to gain. And that value will range in the neighborhood, perhaps between, I guess it's value between $500 to $750, depending upon the destination you choose. So I'm going to go ahead and share a video with you real quick and just take a quick look. And this will be yours when you follow those instructions that Coach Tanya just gave. So we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Coach Tanya, don't go too far away because I want to make sure you share your testimony on the end. We want to say hello to each and every person who has chimed in with us. We're grateful and thankful. We see Miss Carol is in the house. As we mentioned, Mr. Chris is in the house. My hero, Shiro, role model, mentor, Ambassador Deborah Taylor is in the house. My sister, Kayla, is in the house. Minister Renithia is in the house. Man, I feel good already. Y'all know how to make a brother feel real good. Listen, we got a lot of ground to cover and a short time to get there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to literally start sharing my screen so that you can see some of the information that's pertinent tonight. We're talking about the fact that permission has been granted. Too many times we live our lives in wait mode. Too many times we live our lives procrastinating. Too many times we live our lives operating really, instead of a position of faith, we're living our lives from a position of fear. The glass can be either way, half empty or half full, but what really happens is based upon our perspective. And we're going to show you tonight that permission is granted. I don't know what you're waiting for, and I hope to prove that to you tonight. Let's look at what we just said. You can be in two things just by following the instructions that we've already given. We have a $300 airline gift card giveaway that we're going to take care of the end of April. And you also, that is a drawing, but we're also, just for following the instructions and for the individuals who will take a good look at what we do. We won't answer all questions tonight. We're going to be as brief as we can, but there's so much more information to share. We want an opportunity to share that with you. And just by watching some of the details of the video that we have that is provided, when you watch that, when you answer a few questions, we're going to set you up with a value between $500 to $750 just for doing so. And that's going to be the 4-day, 3-night getaway. So we want to make sure you get that. So please follow those instructions, because once again, permission is granted. Let's talk about this thing called the travel industry. I say it all the time. Greater isn't coming. It's already in you, and we need to start living like it. Let's look at what Mr. Robert Kiyosaki said. He said so many amazing, powerful things, but I want to start with this one. He says, knowing you need to make a change is not enough. You've got to find the guts to do it. Where are all the people tonight or today, if this is a replay or you're somewhere else on the planet, where are all the people who have the guts to make changes? It's not just about information. It's about activation. It's not just about working harder. It's about working smarter. It's not just thinking that they say knowledge is power. No, knowledge is not power until you use it. That's how we become powerful. So where are all the people with guts? Because we're going to go in deep tonight to be able to make some real changes. And I'm telling you, you don't have to wait for another thing to happen. Permission is granted. I don't want to spend too much time on this one tonight, but I can talk all day, every day about this, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, he's written extensively on so many business areas, but you need to get that cash flow quadrant. And let me just say it this way. This platform that we represent is so much more than a platform. It's a company called Trevorium, and we're going to talk about the ownership and all of that in a moment. But it gives all of us the opportunity, everyday, ordinary people, to get to the right side. Wealth is created in 4 different sectors. And those on the right side, that's where you want to be. That's really where 95% of the wealth is, but only 5% of the people. And to get there is not just about being smarter. It's not just about, as some people say, they got the hook up. No, it's about being able to use information that's available even now in this presentation. And I'm going to share this with you tonight, but you got to make sure that you take action, because if you don't take action, it's just more information. But tonight, permission is granted. We're going to show you the keys to get to the right side. And let me assure you, the right side is the right side where your income is being produced and created because of a business system. Your income is being produced and created because of wise investments, not just going to work every day on a 9 to 5 or whatever your time frame is, and then working 20, 30, 40 years, coming to the end of the road, retiring and getting half of what you used to get. And you really weren't making it on that. Now you got to make it on the half of what you weren't making 100% of. So it just doesn't make sense. That's a recipe for failure, building someone else's dream, building someone else's vision, building for someone else's last name, and forgetting about your own. We want to help you to move methodically, strategically, intentionally to the right side. And I guarantee you, if you follow this that we're going to share with you on tonight, you'll be ready to go. Permission is granted. What's our goal? Our goal is to help create lives that we don't need to take vacations from. I mean, we take some vacations inside of Trevorium. You're going to find that the half ain't been told. We're going to show you what we're working with in that regard. But really, it's about a lifestyle of vacation. Really, it's about a lifestyle of living on purpose, living on point, living with intentionality, living to serve and bless and better others. Greatness is when you help others do things greater. And when you live that type of lifestyle, there's so many rewards, there's so many benefits, and we're going to talk about that. You don't have to wait. Once again, permission is granted. Another wise gentleman here, Mr. Warren Buffett, he said so many amazing things, but I pulled this one out for you. He said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. It doesn't matter who you are or how you think of yourself. The reality is wealth again is created. Most wealth comes on that right quadrant, a section between business systems and between investments. And if we're on that left side, we get leftovers. If we're on that left side, we get left. And if we're on that left side, our hearts are broken after putting in all that time, energy, effort, blood, sweat, and tears. We find ourselves very frustrated because when you go to sleep, guess what? You're not making money. You get sick. Guess what? You're not making money. You take too long of a vacation. You're not making money. But we have people, they're no smarter. They don't have any more degrees or anything else, whatever it is that makes you happy. They're in a place that's very healthy for them, very wealthy for them, and they're earning money while they sleep. And don't you want to be in a place, in a position like that? And we tell you again, you don't have to wait. Guess what? Permission is granted. Let's talk about these multiple streams of income. Why is that so relevant? Here it is, because you have multiple ways that money is leaving you. Well, just like you have multiple ways that money is going out, it makes sense then you should have multiple ways that money is coming in. It's going out with your cable bill. It's going out with your internet. Come on. If you're watching this, it's going out, right? It's going out every time you go get groceries. Have you picked up a jug of milk lately? Have you, oh Lord, have you filled up your tank lately? I used to joke with people, man, you putting $5 in your tank, fill that thing up. Now I'm starting to feel like them. Lord have mercy. It's crazy out here what's going on. But guess what? That's life. It's going to happen. There's nothing we can do to stop it. Prices are going up. Inflation is a reality. But when you have multiple streams of income, you can rest a little bit easier. It's not going to do your blood pressure the way that it's going to do everybody else. Why? You need multiple streams of income because it's no longer a luxury. What is it? It is a necessity. I want somebody to put that in the comments real quick. Multiple streams of income is a necessity. Go ahead and hammer it in. Multiple streams of income is a necessity. Moving quickly. Why not do a few things since permission is granted? Here's the things that I'm going to tell you. First, we have a travel club that allows us to put our money in, and the company matches what we put in. Isn't that a win? Why would you not take advantage of someone who's matching your investment? If they were paying your car note like that, you make your car note, they make one. If they were paying your house note like that, your mortgage, you make a mortgage payment, they make one for it. Would you not use that system, everything being even? Well, we have a system just like that in travel, and if you're not using it, you're only robbing yourself. You have permission. Permission is granted. Why not take advantage of the fact that you can literally not even be a travel agent, but still get better than travel agent prices all day, every day? I speak from a position of power regarding this. My wife and I, we've been travel agents for 8 years. So understand what I'm telling you is great what we've had as travel agents, but what we have in this travel club business as travel club consultants is far greater. Why not put yourself in a position of power regarding that? Again, permission is granted. Why not take 2 to 3 vacations every single year? 2 to 3 vacations with getaways. Maybe you're married, your spouse, you take a couple together, and maybe one of you take one apart. Sometimes you need a little time away as well. They say absence makes the heart grow fonder. But if all you have is one, come on, that's going to be hard to do it that way. Why not take 2 to 3 every single year? Why not, listen, this is so important. Why not choose 1 or 2 amazing world tours? Do you know how big and beautiful this planet is? There are so many people that never hardly get out of their zip code. They hardly ever leave their city, their state, their nation, especially the country and the continent. You need to get your passport stamped before you get your passport stamped and you're no longer here, if you understand what I'm saying, because life is short and we're running out of time. Why not go on our world tours with us? We have more than 100 world tours this year. Stay right here. Don't go anywhere, because I'm going to show you some of the things that we're talking about. Why not do that? Permission is granted. Why not get immediate access to well over 2,000 destinations all around the world? Listen, I used to be a part of this thing called timeshares. What a nightmare that was. Never, ever again in a million years, and you shouldn't either. We have access to those same timeshares all around the world. We don't have to pay any mortgage. We don't have to pay any maintenance fees, but we have access, and what's better, we're paying pennies on a dollar. Why not have access to that right now, starting this moment? Permission is granted. Why not get a part of our travel club credits? Our company will give you $100 credit every single month, and you can use that on online shopping. You can use it on dining. You can use it on entertainment. The savings is so phenomenal that you can really, it pays for itself, just to be quite honest with you. Why not get that? Once again, permission is granted. And I love this part. What about those legal tax deductions? Did I say legal? Yes, I said legal. Because there's a lot of folk doing some crooked stuff out there. Don't do that. That'll catch up with you. You don't want Uncle Sam knocking on your door for that type of stuff. But we have accountants in our business. We have accountants on our team. There are legal tax deductions that will save you thousands of dollars every single year that you can take advantage of simply by being a part of this platform. And why not do that? Permission, legally speaking, is granted. And why not use our no obligation referral program? Did you know that you can earn well over $3,000 of free vacations every single year just by referring 3 people in our program who have access to the same exact things that you have without taking anything away from you? It's amazing what can happen when you refer. My mom always told me, sharing is caring. And why not supplement your income? Some of you, oh God, you would benefit if you had somebody making that car payment for you. You would benefit if you had somebody making that rent or that mortgage or that college tuition, paying for some books for you. Well, we have a means and a part-time basis using our program as a referring program. You can literally supplement your income and it's no risk. It's very flexible. You don't have to stand in long lines at the post office, mail stuff off. You don't have to pack anything, stock it in your car, in your trunk. You don't have to put it in your closet. None of those things are necessary. We're a part of the largest industry on the planet, and the things or the product or the services that we use, guess what? You're going to love it. It's simple as this. It's travel. So you'll absolutely love it, and you can supplement your income for it just working part-time. But for those of you who are really looking for something special that's amazing, let me tell you what. You can not only supplement your income by your own desire, by your own effort. Let me say this, effort. That means you treat it not as a hobby, you treat it as a business. Worst case scenario, if you're a part of our team, part of our club, and you build this thing, and let's just say worst case scenario, it didn't work and you failed, you're going to have some vacations. You're going to have some massive discounts. That's how you fail. You fail with vacations. You fail with massive discounts. But should you succeed on this mission, the sky is the limit as to what you can do. I've never seen anybody that can't replace their income with this. Here's what I know to be true. We're just getting started. This is our 10th year as a company. And right now, presently, our top income earner, who will always tell you he's just at the top temporarily because anybody can pass him, he's already made more than $1 million in this past year. So that's by his effort. What about yours? Why not do it? Permission is granted. And why not build something for your last name? Isn't it time to build your vision? Don't you know God put you here for a reason and for a purpose? And it's very important that you also pass on an inheritance to your children and their children as well. We won't be here always, but our work and what we do should be lasting, and permission is granted. You don't have to ask anybody. You don't have to ask permission. You already have it. Finally, why not win big by helping others to win? That's what this whole thing is about. That's what Travorium is about. Mr. David Hart and Mrs. Adela, when they put this thing together, they didn't just have themselves in mind. They created this for everybody else to be able to come to the table. They had already made millions and millions and millions of dollars for their own family with a traditional business, but they decided to do something bigger. They decided to do something greater. They decided that a better life does require a better way. And they incorporated all of us, and that means you, my friend. We are operating now in more than 60 nations strong around the globe. We've had years in recent years with record-breaking growth, as much as 400% annual growth. We're projected this year in 2022, we're going to again accomplish some amazing things. We are in a growth spurt like nobody's business. Tens of millions of dollars have been paid out in commissions all around the globe and back. The only thing that's missing is you. If you're watching this presentation, someone has shared it with you, you should already be in their inbox. Listen, I don't know what that guy's talking about, but I got some questions. Get those questions answered, and then I'll say get started, because it's going to be a blessing with your name on it. Why is that the case? Because people are traveling. Travel is real. It's one of the most desired things to do in our human experience. People love to travel. Now, most people don't, but there's a reason. They don't have the time and they don't have the money, but we found a way to fix that. But first, let's look at what the problem is. The problem is this. How do most people travel? Number one, they pay ridiculously high retail rates. So they're setting themselves up for failure from the beginning, because the price points that they're choosing from are already set against them. They're using companies. Let me just share with you, if you didn't know this, there are two camps where the prices come from: the Expedia camp and then the Priceline camp. Those two families, those are two of the largest and the fastest growing companies that are online today. They're in the two of the top 10. They've made billions upon billions of dollars in this travel space, but they don't own anything travel related. I'm talking about Expedia or Priceline. All of those other names, travel names that you see under them, those are part of their organization. You thought they were separate. No, they're not. They're part of the Expedia family. They're part of the Priceline family. And millions of dollars are paid every year to their top brass CEO and so forth and so on. Their bonuses literally exceed most annual salaries, but they don't own the rental cars. They don't own the hotels and the resorts. They don't own the cruise ships. They don't own anything related to travel, but they have a system where they're able to market very strategically, get us in that web, and then, of course, pay those ridiculously high retail prices. Well, we're able to change all of that, and we're going to share more about that with you. How do most people travel? They run up credit card debt. Oh, my God. I need somebody to put this in the comments. Hashtag, I'm paying off all of my credit cards. Hashtag, I'm paying off all of my credit cards. If you have any, put that in there. I want you to say it with me. I'm doing the same. Paying off all credit cards, removing all debt. It may not happen overnight, but guys, you need a system and you need to be intentional with it. And you definitely don't want to keep putting travel. Come on now, putting travel on credit. We have a system that you'll never have to use credit again for your travel. Stay in place, stay on point, because I'm going to show you how to do that. But how do most people do it? They put that travel, that cruise, come on, let's be honest. They put that Hawaii, come on. They put that Jamaica, they put that, come on, they put that Greece and Dubai and everywhere else. It's on credit. It's on plastic. And it's almost in concrete because they spent all that money and they enjoyed themselves. Don't get me wrong. But when they got back, they were sick in their stomach because it would take them months to pay that off. And some of them, it would take them a year to pay it off. By the time they paid it off, they needed another vacation. How many of y'all know what I'm talking about? So we want to make sure you're aware. How do most people travel? The wrong way. They run that thing up on credit. And we say that's a no-no, and you should too. Number 3, how do most people travel? They pay enormous prices for timeshares. Now, this is what we want to say. Good to see you, Donnie Brown. Thanks for chiming in. How do most people travel? Using these timeshares, and that's ridiculous. Now, I didn't know what I didn't know. I thought I had the best thing since sliced bread. I thought the timeshare was marvelous. You couldn't have told me anything otherwise until came Travorium, and Travorium changed my whole perspective. The same place I was paying $379 a month for every single month, whether I used it or not, only had it for one time a year. I was supposed to get some bonus time. And at first, they were very generous with the bonus time, but then they began to slowly but surely change their program. No bonus time. I only had it once a year. And here's what happened. Travorium showed me that I can go to that same place, as I've done multiple times, and stay for $59 for the whole week. Now, I want you to do the math. Should I continue paying $379 a month every month, whether I use it or not, and only be able to really do it once a year? Or should I have the freedom and flexibility to go when I want to go, and when I go, without any mortgage, any maintenance fee, pay $59 and stay the whole week? You do the math. I'll let you work that out. Number 4, how do most people travel? They stay with other people. Newsflash. Many of the people, maybe not all, they don't want you to stay with them so often. They don't want you to stay with them so often, and they don't want you to stay with them too long. When they say come by, they meant come through. That means don't stay. Come on. When they saw those suitcases, it worried them. It got them nervous, right? So here's what I want you to do. Next time you roll up in the city, next time you roll up in town, stay at that 5-star hotel, stay at that 5-star resort that you always wanted to stay at anyway, but you couldn't afford, but things have changed. Because if you're with Travorium, you can afford it. Why is that? Because you're going to stay at the 5-star, but you're going to only pay 1-star prices. In fact, if you really pay attention, we're going to show you how not only to get 1-star prices at a 5-star resort, we're going to show you how to get that thing for free. Better yet, we'll show you how to make it pay you. Number 5, how do most people travel? Good to see you, Lisa Davis. How do most people travel? They really don't travel much at all. They just dream about it. They just wish about it. It's about one day when this happens and the kids are out of school and, I retire, or if I can make, it's always a list of things they got to do before it happens. I was at a funeral the other day, and this was a family, one of my dear sisters in the Lord. Her husband passed. He's with the Lord now. But they have been everywhere 5 times and back. They dreams priceless. And the grace that they were able to speak with, as she mentioned all of their travels with the kids, with themselves, it was special. They had all these memories, 49 years, y'all. They had all these memories, all these treasures, things they had done, places they had been, people they had been with and shared the world with, y'all. You can't name a country that they hadn't been to. That just said something to me. We need more families like that, because the reality is none of us are going to stay here. And we need to live while we're alive. I want somebody to put that in the comments tonight. We need to live while we are alive. Because when God calls our name and we're gone, you can't go anywhere else on this planet. That's for sure. So I want to make sure that you're not one of those persons where you're just dreaming about it, wishing about it, or even praying about it. Why not be about it? Because permission is granted. So let's talk about this thing. I'm going to readdress this one more time. If you haven't done so already, you can text START right to 830-522-2110. If any of the Team Joshua Generation members have invited you to this broadcast, this is a bonus offer that we have available for you in that regard. So please make sure you take advantage of that, because not only will you get a 4-day, 3-night getaway just for following the instructions that you'll get on the screen, but you'll also be entered into the drawing for a $300 gift card that's going to be given away on the end of April. Now, let's get down to some brass tacks. That's our ambassador. Shout out to Ambassador Deborah Taylor. Much love to you, my dear. If she was here right now, she will tell you we only do 3 things. Number 1, we travel with substantially discounted prices. And when I say substantially, we're not talking about that Mickey Mouse stuff where you get a coupon in the mail or something in your email and it's 10% off, 15% off. No, that's not it. Our substantially discounted prices range anywhere from 20 to as much as 70% off all day, every day. Number 2, she would tell you that we travel for free. That's what we do. We travel for free. She's been all over the place and she's traveling for free. Number 3, what do we do? Last but not least, I love this part. We get paid to travel. And I know it sounds hard to believe, but I'm not making this up. We have receipts. So let's go further, and we're going to talk about all those things. But not only do we do those things, the things that I love the best, we show others how to do the same. It's duplicable. We can pass this thing on to others who will pass this thing on to others who will pass this thing on to others, and it starts a chain reaction. And when I tell you, when this thing builds, it will change your life. Let's look at this thing. I'll give you some examples. Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Our retail prices you see posted is $499. Not a bad price to be there for 8 days, 7 nights. But why would you pay retail when we will have all day, every day, the opportunity for members in our travel club to literally stay for free? Why pay $500 when you could stay for free? Once again, permission is granted. Now, let me backtrack. When I say pay for free, let me stay for free. You do pay taxes. And if there is a resort fee associated, which will be a minimal expense, you can't get around that. Those things will have to be paid, and the transportation to get there. But as far as the staying there is concerned, why would I pay $500 to stay anywhere when I can literally, I'm gonna say it again, stay for free? Places like Orlando, Florida, guys, you can't go there enough with the kids and the grandkids and the great grandkids or whatever else you got. I mean, you just can't take them enough. But when you're paying the type of prices, when you got to go and a soda is $35, come on, it kind of changes the flavor. They kind of feel a little different. Oh, the kids love it, but it feels a little different for you, right? Well, let me ease your pain. How about going there and staying for $1 a night? Will that help you a little bit? If you're staying 8 days and 7 nights, and at max you're paying $20 a night, I think you'll have a little more freedom, a little more flexibility, a little more patience with the kids when they say I'm thirsty, right? Okay, Canary Islands. Why not stay at a place like this? Permission is granted. You can pay less than $15 a night. Best case scenario, once again, I love this. Free is for me. I don't know about you. How about our world tours? I just showed you some of our getaways. Let me distinguish our getaways. Our getaways are the private getaways for you and your family, your household. You sign up to go there. You can book that thing out anyway 60 days in advance and just go enjoy yourself. Over 2,000 destinations around the world. But now we're talking, that's private for you and your family. But now we're talking about the world tours that are open to the public. And what I mean by public, I mean by our public membership. Membership has its privileges. If you're not a member, these prices will not apply to you. But let me tell you this. Permission is granted. What are you waiting for? Why not go to New York, New York? Where my family at? Represent New York if you're in the house. Amy Joy, it's good to see you, darling. Much love to you. New York is one of the most expensive places that you'll stay, and especially if you're going in a time frame like this. New York Fashion Week, oh my God, 5 days and 4 nights at a place like you see on that screen, it's going to cost you a grip. it's going to cost you more than $539 a day. But when you go on our platform, guys, you're talking about $539 with breakfast included for the whole 5 days and 4 nights. We're talking about the types of stays that you can have in places like Spain. Look at that, y'all. And it does say all inclusive. That's food and drinks. That's all day, every day for the 5 days, 4 nights, $39, y'all, per person. You can't beat that with a stick. I'm going to skip through some of these because we have so many. We have more than 100. You notice this one, $1, y'all. Prices as low as $1. Lord have mercy. It just, to me, I don't understand when people hesitate and they got to think and they got to go talk to somebody and they got to pray. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. Pay retail. Rome, guys. When in Rome, they say do as the Romans do, but even the Romans won't get this deal. 5 days, 4 nights, as low as $149. And yes, breakfast, again, is included. One of my favorites, Jamaica, y'all, Montego Bay. I get excited about it all the time. We had our whole team there. Shout out to all of Team Legacy. Man, we had about 4, 5, 6 birthdays. We celebrated. We did everything from the chartered boat ride to the horseback to the buggy. You name it, we did it. It was just amazing the time we had. But let me just tell you this. What was most amazing was that it was all inclusive, all food, all drinks, absolutely beautiful, drop dead gorgeous. And we paid, well, this time it's going to be as low as $59 per person. Y'all really getting a good deal this time. But we paid, I think it was $2.99 or something in that regard. It was worth every dime. And that was for 2. And we had people that were there, not in our club, that were paying as much as $2,000 for the same thing we were paying $2.99 for. Guys, you do the math. I don't need to do it for you. It's your money. If you want to waste it, keep doing that. But when you go to Milan, Italy, 5 days, 4 nights, I promise you the price is not going to be $399 with breakfast included to stay at that 4-star hotel. But if you're a part of this travel club, it will be. And once again, permission is granted. It's granted in Miami, Florida. It's granted in Portugal. It's granted in Singapore. It's granted in Hungary. It's granted in San Francisco. When's the last time you stayed at a 5-star hotel? Very beautiful place. San Francisco, even San Diego. Resort fee waived, guys. 5 days, 4 nights. Prices as low as $299. Take one more look. Look at Spain once again. Prices as low as $99. That's breakfast. That's dinner. That's a room with balcony and a sea view. 5 days, 4 nights. Low as $99. I don't know what kind of thinking you have going on if you say you don't want some of that. Look at this one. Now, this one sold out. And it sold out because I want you to think about this. A beachfront cottage, 4-star resort, 7 days, 6 nights, and you see it on the screen. Prices as low as $1. When these things post like this, ladies and gentlemen, you need to jump on it right away. It's no gimmick. It's no game. There are going to be dozens of our members, if not 100 of our members out there. They took advantage of it. They jumped on it, and that's exactly what you need to do. But it's the same thing with our Mexican destinations. $40 a day per person. That's all inclusive, all food, all drinks, 5 days, 4 nights. Let me ask you this. Can you stay in your city at a nice hotel for $40 a night where they feed you 3 times a day? Let me know the name of that hotel where you can do that in your city. Go ahead and put it in the comments. I want to hear from you. What's the hotel or the resort that you could stay at in your city where they will feed you 3 times a day, drinks included, and you pay $40 a day? I need to know the name of that hotel. I don't think you're going to have one, but if you're with us, you will. Las Vegas, USA, guys. You've never been to Vegas like when we go to Vegas. 5 days, 4 nights. This is complete, straight luxury. It's a luxury suite. It's a 5-star resort. It'll change your whole perspective of what a hotel is supposed to do and what a hotel is supposed to look like. These are prices as low as $399. Permission, once again, is granted. What about New Orleans, y'all? 5 days, 4 nights, $399. I know Coach Tanya is excited about that. Her name is all over it. Italy again, guys. Spain again. Oh, the motherland, y'all. $329. 5 days, 4 nights, breakfast included. And yes, partial ocean view at this 5-star resort. Cozumel, Dubai. I couldn't talk much more about the beauty of this Dubai experience. We've had teams of our members go to Dubai this last summer. Man, I'm so jealous with the videos and the pictures and the time. Man, they did the camels, they did the dune buggies, they did everything. They just did that thing up the way it was supposed to be done. And they paid $89. It was 6 days, 5 nights. This time it's as low as $1, y'all. I don't know what you're waiting for. It does say it's a 5-star resort, a waterfront property. You would absolutely love it. Back to the motherland with breakfast and dinner, $449. Guys, I just want you to see these. And here's one I'm most excited about. 4-star resort, Paris. We're going, y'all. We're set up to go already. Deluxe rooms, 5 days, 4 nights. Prices as low as $379. You need to get in on this. Athens, Greece, breakfast included, 5 days, 4 nights, $299. Over and over again, guys. Every time I see this, I just want to get started all over again. I don't need to. I'm already in position. What about you? I don't know who asked you to come to this presentation, but I can tell you they're doing you a favor. They're not trying to get anything from you. They're trying to get something to you. You owe it to yourself. Exercise due diligence. Get all your questions answered. Permission is granted. There's been absolutely no kind of exaggeration with anything that I've shared tonight. To close us out, I'm going to have Coach Tanya just to wrap this thing up. Renee, it's so good to see you. Tara, she sings. Melvin, good to see you, darling. Alicia Lee, it's good to see you, darling. Kevin Watkins is in the house. It's good to see you, man of God. Coach T, I want you to wrap this thing up for us. Tell us anything that I might have left out. Tell us what you get so excited about and why we should know that permission is granted.
Well, you just asked all those questions and I'm so excited. I didn't hear nothing you said, but let me tell you, we are all in the same boat, y'all. We got monthly residual bills until the day we die. Okay, and then some of the bills gonna keep going even after we dead. Why not give something back to yourself and have residual pay? Man, let me tell you, it ain't nothing like having daily residual pay and money and all you doing is having fun. You're taking these trips anyway. At least I know I am. I'm going to places that I can't even spell, let alone pronounce. As long as I know how to get there, passport ready. Listen, Montego Bay, I missed it last year, but I won't miss it this year. New Orleans, I went last year. Guess what? Going again this year. Vegas, man, that was the last trip we took, and that was $80.49 for the entire week.
Wow.
And the fact that it's a write-off, Lord help us. Look, I don't know about y'all, but if you are listening to this broadcast, some of y'all done asked God to give y'all something. And it puts me in the mind of Jonah in the well. God gave him instructions to give some information to the people. And Jonah caught himself trying to run. You can't run from what God got for you anyway. It may take you a little longer to get there, but if it's for you, it's for you. And who's to say that it's not for you? He created, even Jesus traveled. I mean, travel ain't going nowhere. And the fact that you can just do this, man, look, I can't wait to get to Memphis. Look, it is time for people to start sowing into themselves or live vicariously through my videos. I promise I'll keep posting them for y'all to see me, because y'all know me. People that know me know, look, I like to ball out on the budget. Travorium is where it's at if that's what you want to do.
That's good. That's good. So, Coach, tell us this. Give us 2 to 3 reasons why they should contact the member that reached out to them right away. 2 to 3 reasons why they should reach out to the member that reached out to them right away.
Well, the first reason is because they're already doing it. So they're already reaping the harvest of what this company has to offer. They're already sowing into themselves. So they just trying to help. We just trying to help you out. That's my main goal. I just want to take as many people to the top with me because I'm going. Because the bottom is just too crowded. The second reason, there is Uncle Sam. It's tax season, so I love to talk about these taxes. Uncle Sam is giving us over 400 tax breaks. I was just talking to my CPA. The mileage, when I get my hair and my nails done, my business trips, a portion of my bills that I have to pay anyway. That you have to pay, and the bills that you got to pay that don't nobody care whether you have a job or not, whether you get sick with COVID or not. Thank the Lord for Travoria. And the third reason, who wouldn't want to get paid to travel?
Yes.
Who wouldn't? Who don't have extra room in their bank account for some more zeros?
Come on now.
I mean, look, if y'all got it going on like that, send me some because I got plenty of room for some extra zeros in my bank account, and I'm sure you do too. Get some.
That's it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's what we're gonna do. We're shutting it down here. We have an 8 o'clock call to get on with the corporate, and they're going to be sharing more valuable information. You've heard from Coach Tanya. You've heard from me. Hopefully, you're connected to someone in this feed. It doesn't matter who it is that you're connected to. Reach out to them right away. You'll get the most value by doing just that. And we're excited about your next trip, your next getaway, your next vacation. Why? Because you're going to save a ton of money. And if you follow our program that we share with you, not only do you have the opportunity to save a ton of money, but you have the potential. You have everything in you to make a ton as well. And permission is granted. God bless you. We'll see you real soon. We're Joshua Generation, and we're claiming God's promises together right here, right now. We'll see you later, Coach.
Good night. See you on the other call.